After 3.5 harrowing days of trying to find those still trapped under the Mount Maunganui landslide, the recovery operation has been paused. This is due to safety. Whether it gets underway again this morning remains to be seen, but police say the decision to stop efforts yesterday came after the discovery of potential instability on the face of the slip. Mark Mitchell is the Emergency Management Minister and joins us now live from Mount Maunganui. Minister, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
How was the vigil last night? I saw the Prime Minister was there.
Yeah, it was special to be there because, from I was here when the slip first came down. There's been a very sombre mood in the community. It's impacted and affected everyone in different ways, and being able to come together like that with the community, regardless of what job or role or position you might have, just on the human side of it, it's cathartic for all of us to be together. Spoke with lots of people that all had their own stories to tell and have all been impacted in different ways.
Right, let's talk about this investigation that's going to be undertaken by the council. Is the government also going to be looking into it?
Well, we always do after-action reviews on every event, and since I've been Minister, I've had 24 local states of emergency, and we do an after-action review on every single one because we're looking for continual improvement. In relation to the campground, the Mayor has been clear that they are running a after-action review on what happened there.
There's lots of people in the community who come out and said, I saw that there was a problem, there were slips happening, 4 hours before this big one, rang 111, told the council, and they say not enough has been done. It's hard to ignore those. It's hard to ignore those people. What do you say to them?
Well, no one's going to be ignored, and nothing will be ignored, and there'll be a thorough review of exactly what happened, as happens every time. The council is launching an independent review around what happened at the campground. That's the right thing to do. I'm not going to get ahead of that and just let that process go through.
If someone sees a slip today that they are worried about, they think might threaten someone's life, who do you call?
Well, you should call the council and report it to the council, and everyone should have their own danger sense on these issues, and trust your gut and report early, get it to the council, and also take action yourself if you feel you don't feel safe, or you think there's a broader or wider issue around that slip. We've literally had hundreds of slips over the last 3 or 4 days, and to be honest with you, over the last couple of years, just about every extreme weather event that we get that involves water, rain, we have slips.
So are the council phones running 24/7? Because I tried to call one this morning. Yeah. So they are. So there's a 24/7 dedicated line at every single council across the country to report landslides.
Certainly, well, you'd have to ask each individual council that question, but certainly during a declaration in a state of emergency, then absolutely.
Okay, but at any other time, potentially not?
Well, you'd have to ask the councils that.
Okay. And in that case, don't call 111?
Well, if you can't get through to the council and you can't, you can't find someone to report a slip or concerns around a slip or actually any hazard particularly during a state of emergency, but any time, if you can't get a hold of the council, then yes, either the 111 or the 105 line are available.
Mark, the campground obviously is the key to all of this, whether the campground should have told the campers to actually evacuate earlier. Do you know whether or what time they were told?
No, there's lots of information swirling around. Like I said to you, I'm not going to get ahead of that. There is going to be a proper inquiry into it where all that information will be able to be brought together so that we can crystallise and a clear picture can be brought forward. At the moment, there's just lots and lots of anecdotal information and information flying around. It's not helpful for me to speculate on that. We've just got to let the process go through. And the other thing, Ryan, is that yes, we talk with, obviously the impact here at the Mount has been bloody tough on the community, but we also have Welcome Bay too, where we lost a little 10-year-old guy that was with his grandmother. I just want to mention the family there. I met with the father and his grandfather the other day. They're not forgotten. They have certainly got the country's thoughts with them as well.
Have any of the family members said anything to you about, we want answers as to how this happened?
No, not yet. We're not at the moment. There's a vigil beside the site, and the feedback that I get is the amount of support that they've received, whether it be from the community. Our police officers quite simply have done an outstanding job in the way that they have wrapped support around them. They just want information. They want regular updates, and that's exactly what's happening.
Minister, in Aotearoa, this is East Cape, where, as you know, another area that's been devastated. In fact, they described it as like a war zone. On the news last night, they were saying, one of the locals there saying that PM chopped it in on Friday, had a look around, and we've heard nothing from the government since. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, well, it's important for the Prime Minister to get on the ground and actually meet the community and see for himself the damage, and he's done that. I'll be reporting to Cabinet tomorrow because we need to get the recovery moving as fast as we can. It's always locally led and centrally supported. I met with the controller and I was with him in Te Aroha. She quite simply did an outstanding job. She's also got oversight on the recovery. She has my number. We've been texting each other, and I've been very clear that if there's anything that they need there that they feel like they aren't getting, reach out to me straight away. Ben Green, the controller in Gisborne, is quite simply outstanding. Rahet Stoltz, the mayor, they're making quick decisions. Obviously there was a decision to evacuate more people because the concern around instability and the possibility of another landslide, and there's welfare teams in there, and everyone is trying to surge and get as much support into the remote communities that have been cut off because we know that they feel vulnerable.